It's Matt Pengelly from Shindig Media.
My name is Tom Hutley. Thank you very much for tuning in for this wonderful UCI production in Krynica of Poland. So our riders have been battling it out on Friday for the quarter-finals, semi-finals, and we are going to be seeing the top 6 battle it out in the final of this World Cup.
And here we have our top 6 will be introduced onto the stage very shortly, but we can see here some wonderful shots of Krynica here for the World Cup round 2. I think you said it was a 10,000 people population, Tom?
Yeah, just based in the southernmost parts of Poland, near to the Slovakian border. It has a very kind of alpine feel to it. Wonderful setting for a World Cup like this.
So colourful as well, really beautiful, and the course looks fantastic. The weather looks great, much better than they were getting yesterday.
Yeah, there was some really quite strong showers yesterday within the semi-finals that affected particularly our 26-inch competitors. Today, though, we're talking around 22 degrees Celsius, lovely t-shirt and shorts weather as you'll be seeing people walking around. So very good conditions. There is a bit of a chance of some rain this afternoon that could affect our men's 26, but we'll have to see as the day unfolds. It seems very unlikely, judging by these scenes that we're seeing right now.
Yeah, I think that's a blue sky. So beautiful, beautiful day for today's World Cup finalists.
So Matt, for the people that have just tuned in on the UCI, what are these bikes? What are we looking at?
So as you're new to the sport, this is the almost like extreme mountain biking. Balance, control, and a lot of what others might call parkour on a bicycle. So it's obstacle based, checkpoint based. There are 6 riders in the final, 5 sections or 5 race courses, we might call them, and in each section there are 6 gates, and in each gate allows each rider to gain 10 points. So they are looking for a maximum score of 300 points each in the final, with only 2 minutes per section to get said 60 points. So made up of many different courses here. We've got concrete and rocks, and here are our finalists.
Yeah, good range of nationalities there. So that's the starting order. So we'll be going first with Niilo Stenval of Finland there. He qualified in the 6th position, so in true trials format. 6th rider goes first, all the way up to the person who qualified first, who is the name at the bottom of that list there, who is Mr. Borja Hanekos. He had a spectacular ride from observers that were there.
Of course, from what we heard on the ground this morning, Borja was really on form in yesterday's qualifying, hence why he's come up on top. Nilo's now back, who actually recently served his army service in Denmark, so he's in Finland, apologies, and he's back as well. There's Thomas looking through the section 1 last time. He's qualified in 4th position for Austria. And there's Niilo from Finland, the young rider, our one of 2 youngest riders today, only 19 or 20 years old. So Niilo Stenval now into section number 1 for the 20-inch men's elite finals. And what a start it is. Look at that hanging hook. Straight to back wheel, holding on the back wheel, gapping to the next. Look, they're like railings. They're so thin. That just looks so casual, and we're going to be...
Last time we saw Niilo actually qualify in the finals was actually in Poland as well last year, so the same organiser. It was held in Wadowice, Poland, for the 2nd round of the World Cup, and he pulled out some monstrous moves. This man is, I don't know, he's like a spring disguised as a human being.
Yes, young and upcoming talent. So back into that hanging hook, up to 2 wheels. Swapping into the back wheel. Oh, he's going to have to go again. Just holds it on the back wheel as well. That was so close. Really, really fun rider to watch, Niilo, as well. So let's see how he gets on. It's always quite tough being the first rider to go. The pressure's on. You haven't seen anyone do any of the gates yet. So the riders do not Well, you can see here, look. So just ahead of him on that cylinder, it's probably a few centimetres long. Gets his front wheel through. Got to get his back wheel through. So you can see him, look, feeding the back wheel through the gate because it's incredibly narrow. So no points. There's 2. Look,
wow.
They've got to go around that. It's really hard for us to see on the camera there. There you go. Yeah. But he's made a 5 going over the tape there on the 3rd gate. So there we go. Just showing the level for section number 1, how tough it really is. He's not a stranger to a crazy balance move, Nilo. Loves to try the trickiest, or what we like to call the dirtiest tricks or lines.
He will usually go for a much bigger moves and try and be Mr. Technical. He can do technical, but if he's within his powerhouse, he will just, he'll do that. Yeah. Eloy Palau now, he oddly enough qualified in 5th. Usually you'll see this man in the top 3. Current European champion, hence that wonderful jersey that you see him on there.
Yeah, didn't have as good a ride in the semis, hence why he's usually he's qualified 5th there. He'd usually be within the sort of top 3 or 4. So Eloy now lining up for a B. A and B, section number gate 1 completed. 10 points for Eloy.
I think you're getting confused with all the other Spanish.
Oh,
it's usually a Spanish trifecta.
Can you just see the takeoff from there?
That
they have got to take off something as wide as their tyre, no, narrower than their tyre. And then the top of that is hollow, so they would fall through that. I was really hoping to see a drop gap then. You can see there's tape on the floor, but he's dropped down, taking the more safe route, I would say. Much safer route. So 20 points for Eloy now with 1 minute left to go. Now we saw this catch Nino out. So the gate, I think we're going to catch a few riders out here. The gate is at its eye level, and it's the edge of that concrete cylinder. You can just see the side of the yellow tape there. Front wheel's gone through. Back axle just through. Now the next gate, look.
Wow.
Oh, really nicely done by Eloy.
So the whole centre line of the bike must pass through that gate. So if the frame was to pass over those gates, imagine they're like goalposts. What? Straight up to front. That is absurd.
No, it was a hook. It might have been the angle we were looking at.
Oh, wow. I thought that looked like a switch up the
Yeah,
front.
no, I might be wrong too, but we'll check the replay out shortly. But look at this as well. A few hanging hooks here. Front wheel into that hole. Bearing in mind, there's a hole at the top there. Back wheel onto the edge, all flicking back and forth. Look, you can see him jumping. Big gap from Eloy. Again, it's a hollow cylinder. Being section number 1, this is really gonna get the riders warm. But that'll be it for Eloy's attempt at section 1. Just 40 points in 1 dab. So that's our second rider through. You can see there just how technical this section is. Hanging hook, flicking up to back.
Yeah, Eloy obviously mentioned earlier that he's the current European champion. He also was the world champion, so the possessor of a rainbow jersey from the year 2022. Matt, it was a switch up the front. That was ridiculous. It wasn't a hook.
Oh, my goodness. It looked, do you see what I mean? It looked like a crazy...
Yeah, I think how far positioned forward he was.
Okay, Thomas Pekaka, the tank. Thomas the Tank Pekaka from Austria. Probably the most experienced rider in today's final. He was he's a previous world champion as well, and still riding up there with the young bucks.
Yeah, back in 2018 was when he graced that rainbow jersey, but he's still frequently speed on that.
It's okay, he did that. He did that at really good pace. You can see the cameramen running to keep up with them. It's rolled up to. There we go. That'll be 10 points for Thomas. So gate 1 completed. Now, where he lands his back wheel now, you see that's the takeoff they've got to do. Look, so small. Getting into that motion, switching to back wheel, keeping his composure, holding it together. Is he going to do the drop gap? Yes, he is.
He's going to do the drop
Go
gap.
on.
Come on.
Send it, sir. Yes! Oh, Oh, never disappoints to put on a show, Thomas. I'll bet he loved that. He was there when we did our little walkthrough and said, "I'll be sending it." And that's actually what he said. So 20 points for Thomas Pekaka now, section number 1. Onto this incredibly technical A and B gate. You can just see the yellow tape. So, beautifully done.
Oh, I don't get how you can get that much speed through something that precise.
And you've got to turn around on it too. So bounce.
That was a hook.
That was a hook.
Yeah.
So bounce to hook, flicking through. So 40 points for Thomas.
This is really good for Thomas so far.
Really good ride for Thomas.
How is he going to do with the hanging hook, though? I know that this is something that the Spanish train a lot. I think there must be something within that pipe, you know, because it doesn't...
I think it's still hollow.
I don't know. The way the tyre went in, I think there was something in the bottom of it.
Oh, you mean inside? Yes,
Yes.
Understood.
Sometimes they put a wedge of wood in there to kind of...
Right, look how technical this is, because then he's got to go up to his...
Oh,
no!
Thomas. 50 points. Now, he will be very chuffed with that. That puts him with very good speed. I don't think he normally gets those kind of high points within the World Cup, so we have to see how the remaining Spanish riders and...
There's his coach, Carl Sowen, there. Give him a pat on the back.
Yeah.
Really pleased there. He's really happy.
Karol Serwin of Poland there.
Yeah, I think... here we go. Here's the drop gap. My favourite part so far. Look at that droppy G. Beautifully done. The only part of the section, I think, or a couple of sections that does have that filled in. Look. Front, flick to back. Really well done. Thomas is just so powerful. So, Alejandro Montalvo now for Spain on section 1. Probably feels a bit strange going in so early into the finals at this rate. He is usually within second or first. But it's all still to play for. May not have had as good a ride as Borja, who was on fire yesterday.
Yeah, I believe there was one particular section I think he made a mistake on, which it was quite a tight qualifying. It was 540 points for Borja, 540 for Robin, and Alejandro, because of the mistake he made, is actually 40 points below. Normally always comes out on top, he always goes first, and he's, out of all the riders here, he's been the one who's graced that rainbow jersey the most. It's his second year with that jersey.
So back into that hanging hook, probably up to 2, up to back wheel, then drop into 2. Is he going to do the gap? Oh, he is. Look at that.
Huge.
Just holds it as well, nearly jumping back. So here we go. This is probably the most...
how technical that is.
Yeah, you can see the gate from that angle. It's just out of shot now, but here we go. There we go. Oh, that's tricky. And he's made it through. Again, the riders, I thought that would catch out a few more, but they've done really, really great job to get through that. 30 points, 45 seconds left.
He definitely went for the hook one there. That was just very cozy, casual Alejandro.
Getting into that hanging hook, getting that body weight forward. Look at his body positioning. It's just straight to 2 wheels. Got to compose it. And turning. Sends the gap.
Into rear.
Oh my gosh, that must be so scary up there too. Beautifully done. Another 10 points. So the 6th and final gate of section 1 for Alejandro.
Yep, he's on the same points as Mr. Thomas Pekaka. Can he get a lead here?
Look at that takeoff! Oh!
What on earth happened there?
You can see. We'll see in the.
He said something. I'm very passionate. I think he said something.
Yeah, we'll translate. I passionate.
Yes.
That was literally it. We Yeah. So here's the drop gap.
Look how big that is.
Just holding it.
Extension.
Just getting his body weight forward enough to keep the bike in position. Rolling through this one, which is really nice. Look, front wheel actually went all the way around. Like he actually fed the front wheel through.
Wow.
So, Robin Pachatti now, also one of our other youngest riders here. Only 20 years of age.
Yeah, he's been gracing the World Cup finalists now. He's a regular fixture in the top 6 now.
Yeah, and he was certainly a crowd favourite in the previous World Cup.
He's only made it onto the podium twice, though. So currently, based upon his performance in the semi-finals, it could be his 3rd time on the podium here. Let's see what his ride's like. Super powerful rider. He really does bust out the power moves, often doing moves that just aren't available to the other riders, just through his sheer ability and skill.
Very good pace right now. So holding it on the back wheel, getting ready for that drop gap. He's just going to drop down. Doesn't go for the gap, but
he could do the gap. I mean,
he could.
We've seen humongous.
Maybe he's preserving energy. So now he's more sort of acclimatized to the bigger moves, Robin is. So let's see how he gets on with this really technical couple of gates. Oh, and just literally hops through, rolls through. Beautifully done from Robin. 1 minute to go.
Oh, what happened there?
Brake slipped on that. So his brake slipped as he landed on the first obstacle.
I call this the Benito when you hop in like that. Ah, he goes for a full English.
Full English breakfast, as we call that move. Named by the riders from Denmark. And up to two wheels, flicking to back, turning. Oh, that was really well done. You can see there's no room for error on the very edges of those cylinders.
Has he got the time to get through this?
25 seconds left.
He is that last obstacle now, so he's got 20 seconds. So that's what the time you need. Will he be the first to get this? It caught Alejandro.
Look at that takeoff. Oh, he has!
A little boon up. There was no pedal there.
Missing a little bit.
He's got the time. That's got to be 60.
They're just... I can see the clap.
I did see 5. Did they see a 5 fingers go there? Or did I
60
see 6?
points comes up on screen.
60
points for Robin.
Wow.
Well done.
Incredible. So that really, I mean, it threw Alejandro, that last move.
The French rider, Robin Baghetti. Well done. Moving on, we've got Robin now with the first rider maximising the points. Now, Borja Conejos, who qualified in first position from Spain, had an incredible ride yesterday. So let's see how Borja gets on.
Yeah, said to be on fire yesterday. This man was previous world champion, rainbow jersey in 2021. So we've got, I believe that's 4 out of all the people here. No, 5, sorry, people who were previous rainbow jersey holders.
Yeah, 20 inches are often much, much closer.
My mistake, 4. Yeah.
So 1 minute 30, just over 1 minute 30 to go. So you'll have 20 points. Really good pace from Borja right now. Didn't do the gap, but it seems like time is on his side.
Yeah, there's a lot more sub-gates within this, as we saw from the women's earlier. So remember, there's 10 points per gate in each of these sections, but those gates can be comprised of A, B, C's, and sometimes D gates to be able to get those full 10 points.
How's Borja going to do this? All on the back wheel? Wouldn't be surprised. Look, actually rolling through that.
That is insane. Look, when you see the observer stand next to it, it's like shoulder height, and it's just like, yeah, bosh, 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 bosh.
Yeah, there's really no other way for that. So how's he going to take this one? Into hook.
You can see that when they do it, there's almost like a bit of slip there, but they just do it so fast, it doesn't allow the slip or lack of traction to deter them. They just do it irregardless.
You can see this kind of static hook motion is quite new within the sport. Obviously with the bikes progressing and engineering progressing. Lovely gap.
Yeah, very interesting. They have to do that to rear, really, because that is almost suicide to do that to front because of the hole in the top there. Interesting, format of that, because I'm sure most of the Spanish riders would much rather do that to front.
All right, let's see if Borja will...
It might favour Borja this way round, perhaps.
Oh, look at... See that? Oh, yeah. Off a knife's edge. Off a knife's edge.
Has he got the time?
We couldn't see.
He's giving it like the thumbs up, like he's giving it the fist as though, yeah, got that. I think that was 60 points.
That's 50. I don't know. That was really tough to see.
He looked really chuffed on that. We'll have to.
It's hard to tell. He was either super happy hitting his helmet because he got the points, or super unhappy hitting his helmet because he didn't.
Yeah.
We'll find out. We'll find out very soon. But it's a good start. It just means you just need to keep watching to find out the final scores of today's 20-inch men's elite final. Nilo now from Finland.
Yeah, Nilo Stendal. So he wasn't at the World Cup in Switzerland, Val Beers, just a couple of months ago. I'm sure he would have been able to make it into the top 6. But he's actually been away doing national service, I believe, in Finland. So he's not been probably on the bike as much as he would like to.
Yes, into his army experience. So only a young lad, 19 or 20 years old. So again, one of the younger, someone that's been getting used to some of these finals. So Nilo Stenval now for section number 2.
Yeah, just had his 20th birthday last month, so yeah, regular fixture here.
Onto the rocky section, you can see some of these gates. That's oh!
What on earth?
How has he saved? Look,
Has he? But the knee's gone down.
He's just
though.
given-
He's sitting on it. I think that's not good.
so
Nilo.
as I was saying then, that narrow gap. Yeah, he's looking disappointed there, looking a little bit deflated. But
The thing with Nilo is that he is such an intense, powerful rider. He's got a lot of control in him, but he can be a real loose cannon at times.
yeah, you see it. Look, slipping there. That might look how small that gate is. So they either land on the precise knife edge, or that slant that Nilo landed on.
I think a lot of riders might have taken note there. They might just go, you know what, I'm going to drop down and go up. It can be quite risky. But this is what I mean about Nilo. He'll do stuff that is just no one else will do at his own peril. He is a bit of a loose cannon. We've seen him in the juniors a few years ago back in Glasgow, where he lost the juniors because he fell off the starting block.
Wow.
A raised block, and it's something as simple as that, but then he'll get up a massive stack of rocks. Incredible. Eloy Palau of Spain now into the section. So within section 2, gate 1 is an A-B gate, and gate 2 is A, B, and C. I think that might be the C there. We'll have to see.
So yeah 20 points.
Then it's 3A and B. So that's gapping over there will be the 3A, and I think the B is off the back of the rock. Ooh,
You
interesting.
see, look at that takeoff.
Just recomposing there.
So he's got a gap to the rock just in front of him there. There's tape either side. Oh, composure. Keeping it. Ooh. Did he stay in the tape? I think he did.
He's got to get back up to get between that B gate, which is on the other side. That's the B gate.
There he
you go.
goes.
Right, now, much simpler for the rest of the section. It's just 4, 5, and 6. There's no sub-gates here, so those gates you see, if he passes one, will get him the 10 points. How is he going to take... He's going to take the run up here. He's going to bounce into it.
Oh, wow. Really
done.
nicely done. That was beautiful work from Eloy.
And remember those pieces of tape you see on the ground there, they must not pass either side of those. Imagine that they are imaginary walls. They must stay within those tape. They cannot cross over it, hence why he turns there.
Oh, you can see he's got a gap up to that one as well now, holding it
massive
together into that hooking motion. Oh, he's losing his grip. Losing the grip. He mustn't knock the flag, the yellow flag, out either.
He's going to have to go, I think, around that to get into that gate 6. Oh, that went on that side. No, gate 6 going to be back up there from this way. There you go. There's no way around that. This is huge. Can he hook in?
Oh, it's underhang.
It was wanting to throw him off.
Look at that front wheel.
edge.
So close to it.
Look at all the other riders behind him.
Ooh. He's okay. You see, landed a bit funny on his ankle there. Just having a little sit down. Yeah, give us a wave. He's fine.
50 points for Eloy there. Wow.
He's passionate but very positive rider, Eloy. Passionate and positive.
Now, I think that has bent that flag a little bit the wrong way. So unless they reset that, that might upset the flag from that gate. That might upset it for the other riders. I wonder if we've got a replay of that, because you'll see the other 3 competitors come round. It might be 4 of them. Wow, Superman. If that's someone freeze frame that, wow. Yeah, in the background there, you would have seen Robin Pachati, as well as Alejandro and Borja, all looking incredibly closely at which part of the rock Eloy was hanging on. That is kind of them doing their homework for when they have to conquer this section. That's the advantage of qualifying higher, is that you get to go after everyone else has had a good go at it.
Thomas Petkacker for section number 2, and the 2 minutes begins. So gate 1A, up to the top of this, bouncing to Frenchie, tapping that front wheel for the momentum to get to the back wheel. It's a wonderful, wonderful technique that I know Thomas enjoys doing.
Let us know in the comments as well on this live stream if there's anything you're a little bit unsure about. Maybe this is the first time you've ever seen the sport of trials. It's a very long established sport. It has its roots within moto trials. Some of these riders would have ridden the moto trial circuit as well, but it's entirely a sport of its own. So it can be used to aid them in moto trials, or, as many of the competitors here, a standalone sport.
So from that knife edge gap, getting in the right position, dropping down. Look how much room there is to gap to there. Not a lot.
And remember, they can't go over the tape, so it almost is a one chance opportunity there.
Yeah, look at that. Made that gap. He makes it look the gap easy because he's just probably one of the most powerful riders in today's final.
Yeah, you can see that there is a full calendar schedule of the different events that the UCI World Cup is held at across the world. So I implore anyone who's watching this at home to come and see this in person because it is ridiculous.
Wow.
Did you see that switch?
That switch and then rolled the back wheel as well.
Yeah.
Really, really nicely done. But again, there's no points for style, Thomas. Sorry.
It's so hard to really appreciate what they're doing. It's very thin, calculated edges, huge moves. Like when you look at the rock stacks, look, they're all higher than the observers. It is massive stuff. Right,
Ooh,
Thomas is doing really well here. That's 50
15
points.
seconds to go. He is really, he's on his second section.
Is anyone else going to look at how he's going to hang on this? He's taking the same. There's a bit of overhang there, which is why they're over to the right-hand side.
It's like a negative, yeah, and he's lost it there. You can see
Borja was paying very close attention there. They're all a bit lost of what to do there.
Bearing in mind, that's going to favour right-footed riders because the right foot can hang just over the right side of the gate, whereas a lefty, who's what we're talking about left and right-footed, is the rider has their strongest foot forward. So you can see Thomas, right foot forward, strongest. But anyone else, if they're left-footed, might be hitting the rock.
Yeah, so I reckon on that note of right-footed, that might be a benefit to Alejandro Montalvo. Alejandro is right foot forward. He's going to be going next, so I think he can do that. He is no stranger to those really disgusting, difficult hanging hooks. I would love to see him do that, and I think that's going to really put the pressure on Borja.
Alejandro Montalvo for Spain. So, here we go. Qualifying third. Another Frenchie. It's the only one in today's final on a play carbon bike. You can get from trailbikes.com.
Yeah, I mean, we've just had a comment come through as well, like, perhaps they should sort of set up these sections so you kind of jump from one rock to the next, go stone to stone to stone.
Yes.
It is an element of trials. You do sometimes see it in section building, but then the only thing with that is that it removes the big move element. You want a combination of technical, tricky moves. Look at that switch.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and I suppose they'll be restricted from the space that they're given. So it's a great point. It's something that we will certainly look into to just have a more linear kind of thing for people to follow. So it's a great comment.
Yeah, because that does test the endurance as well, because the longer you're staying on the rock, the more it's really having to keep your forearms composed, everything. Huge switch up. Doesn't quite switch through, but that's not needed.
Yeah, you didn't need to. He got through the gate, as we say. You don't get any extra points for being on one less wheel or one extra wheel. So he's lining up for gate number 5 now. You see tape either side on the ground there, so cannot really go to the floor. It's going to gap to back and turn to his left, and then gap from that point. So he's right-footed, as we were saying, into that hook. Manages to switch. Turn through the gate.
Now, can he get this? He's got lots of time for this. What is he going to do?
This is what caught out our other riders.
Yeah, I think he's right foot forward. Yeah,
he is right foot forward.
Right forward. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see like right on the edge, just to the right of him. His pedal will be hanging over that rock, flicking to back wheel.
Wow!
First rider.
Told you, I called that.
There we go. 60 points for Alejandro. First rider to make a clean on section number 2.
It's looking like a very close competition so far. I mean, obviously we've had the few mistakes from Nilo there, but look at that. The tyre pressures just have to be so perfect, because if you have it a little bit more inflated, there's the risk of slipping out on the rock. Too underinflated, you get that kind of bouncy castle effect. Look at all of that.
Switching to back wheel so well.
Bike was pointing backwards. That was not pointing upwards. The frame was going backwards. That is insane.
It's really putting some stress tests onto these bikes now. So Robin Bacciatti for France now.
Yeah, he's currently on a clean, which I believe we wasn't too sure on what Borja got in the last section. If he is clean and Borja didn't, he's on the best score so far. Look at that Frenchie.
Beautiful Frenchie from the Frenchie.
Yeah, so that move, we're calling it a Frenchie, but what happens, they sometimes refer to it as a bam bam.
Yeah.
It's where the front wheel just...
And again, it's just so nice.
Multiple Frenchies from the Frenchie. It's where... That one wasn't so much.
Yeah.
Let me explain the move. It's where the front wheel just kisses the obstacle. No brake is required. You just use it to bounce through to the rear wheel. Very speedy so far, is Robin.
Yeah, 1 minute 25 to go.
Nice. Yep.
Oh, just got the back wheel there positioned in the right place.
Just got to get back up the rock just so we can get the points on that one. There you go. That is a free A, B. So from this point in the section, it is just gates 4, 5, 6. No A, Bs, and Cs.
We've seen this few riders.
Wow, he's got 40 seconds now.
That was close as well to the gate.
A minute to get 2 more gates now. He's on 40 points.
Pretty sure he can breathe.
This is fantastic.
Staying, keeping cautious to the gaps into it.
Come on, Robin.
Look at that angle.
Yes.
Oh. So got to drop down. Now, again, another right footer.
He's got a lot of time on this one.
Hang on a minute. Are they all, apart from Borja, they're all right-footed?
Yeah, Borja might struggle this one.
That's going to be interesting. So let's see. Look, front wheel not quite on over it enough.
But he'll want to get points here because that is going to put a big pressure on the rest of the pack.
He's got 20 seconds, though. He's struggling to get in that position. You can see just trying to use all of that gate.
Twisting. No, they said something went down there. He
Yeah,
can't
he's
get the
called
points for it.
50 points for Robin there. Fantastic effort.
Yeah, 110 points. So he's tied with Alejandro. So I think he'll be quite happy that he's up there with Alejandro. He would have wanted to get those 60 points, though, because that could have really set him apart.
Just needs a bit of insurance policy to get ahead, you know?
Yeah. But again, as we saw within the female riders, even the very best, Vera Baron, one mistake opens up the field for everyone else.
And he hasn't won a World Cup before. So, this is all new territory for Robin. So, but not for Borja. So, Borja Conejos now into section number 2. He's been given a dab. He's touched his pedal on the rock. It's very, very well observed by the observer. So I'm seeing a finger up, but we haven't got the penalty point up yet, but it does say 0 on the first gate. So here we go. Staying between the tape, gapping front. Oh!
Wow.
No. So
no.
His front wheel was in the wrong position, tried to recorrect himself, and obviously when you're on your front wheel, you just fall right down. Conveniently, we were able to just quickly watch the back. Yeah, there we go. We just watched it. Yeah, so, wow.
That is not what he wants. That's not good.
That is going to put Robin in the lead.
Well, no, sorry, he's tied with Alejandro currently, yeah.
Yes, sorry, tied with Alejandro, but we still.
But that really knocks Borja down because obviously we're seeing quite consistent scoring with Eloy, Thomas, Alejandro, Robin. He's got to play catch up now if he wants to get that podium spot, and it's usually always Spanish podiums. That's kind of the way it's been in the World Cup series for years and years. Maybe this could be a different World Cup.
Yeah, well, Nilo Stanvol now starting us off in section number 3. And just, you can see the first gate there. Look how narrow it is up onto that knife edge rock, but he needs to get at the very top. There we go. So that was A. So you can just see him in front of us there. That was A. B was at the other rock, just ahead of him. Come on, Nilo. God, getting his front wheel. There's very, very small space for his rear wheel right there. Look. Oh, my goodness. How are they going to do this? So there's tape on the floor. Oh, he gets into the hook position. That's going to help. No!
Nilo.
Wow. This will be interesting. These next section 3, literally the second gate has caught out our first rider in section number 3. So every other rider are going to be looking at not making that same mistake. But again, Nina hasn't been riding as much due to some, other personal commitments. So he will be trying to acclimatise himself back to getting in that top spot.
Yeah, I guess it's some of the finer, more precision, sometimes the balance elements that you can lose quite quickly when you've not been riding. Power sort of generally stays, but just the real fine movements that you need on these real technical rocks is what you can lack if you're not riding the bike, every single day. Okay, so here in section 3, it's gate 1A, 1B.
Which he's just done. That's that narrow one. And
no,
B.
What's he saying here?
And B is to the side. Wait.
Has he just got 5? I don't know. We're going to have to look at the replay on that. I'm not too sure what he did there. I think his front wheel looked like it went out of the side of the tape. Yep.
Yeah.
So this will be it here. So he gets up the rock, but as he drops down, if the front axle, as it does, passes over the tape, I think he knows it straight away. That's what the observers are saying.
Okay, because we had this weird argument the other day where you can hover your front over the tape because that does happen when there's tape in the rocks.
I don't think it does because, again, the tape acts like a wall in the same way that you wouldn't be able to do that with the tape within the section. So it's the front axle.
Yeah.
You can hover the front.
Yeah. So
there.
it's basically broken the laser beam.
Yeah.
Broke the laser beam. So very unfortunate.
Treat them like walls, really. As if trials wasn't hard enough. Getting up these humongous rocks was not that difficult. That opens it up even more.
I know. Thomas will be quite happy.
Thomas could be in the podium spot here,
Yeah.
which it's been a while since we've seen the Austrian man up in there. He just knows he's got to keep it cut. No!
What?
Wow, no.
Thomas Petkacker, section number 3, didn't get the first gate.
No point.
He's really surprised. So that's caught a lot of riders out. You can just see
Nilo's score of 10 seems quite good comparatively.
That doesn't sound... Nilo's upset about it. Now he's probably like, yes, I scored more than the other 3. Wow. Okay, so Alejandro will be up next, who will not wanting to be making any mistakes.
Yeah, keep it calm, keep it composed.
So basically, back wheel perfectly placed on the first one, but in his correction hop...
The front wheel was not in the right place.
Yeah.
He corrected. I mean, Alejandro's inspecting that in case there's anything he's missing. I think it's one of those moves that a lot of the riders just think, yeah, I can just get up there, bosh. But every now and again, there might just be something that just throws you off. It's perception. They're not allowed to ride these sections beforehand. Sometimes they borrow similar gates from the semi-finals and the quarter-finals because they've had to do... most of these riders would have had to do the... they all have to do the semi-finals. But they only get one go at it, generally. Some stuff is borrowed. Some of it, they've just got to look at it and just think, right, how is my bike going to fit there? They're not allowed to demo the bike on any of the stuff. So
it's the first time they've actually looked and approached this gate. So, Alejandro, really being careful with that gate there, you see. The benefit of qualifying higher. So, 10 points so far.
Yeah, so 1A, B. So I think, is this now the
this
B?
Will be,
done the,
no, because he's done B as that bit there.
Gotcha.
So this is now 2.
I see that, yeah. So there's no A on this.
You can see
it's
that's
just a 2, yeah.
Wow, wonderfully done. Now we can see some of the rest of the course that we haven't seen yet. 3 riders have been, and we haven't been this far in section 3.
Yeah, Tom Pickup, exactly. Talk about the commentator's curse. That is it.
He's so right.
What on earth did... No, he went over the tape there, surely. Did he not? Yeah, I saw that, I think.
These observers are on it.
Wow. This is... Okay. He was doing quite well up until that point. Good old Alejandro.
So believe it or not, so far the best score is 20 points in that section.
That is unheard of. This is unreal. But they've all made their own different mistakes. No one's making the same mistake. No. Everyone's made a different mistake each time.
What is in the water there?
Yeah. Because we saw Eloy hover his front wheel over the edge. Alex.
So here we go.
Yeah. So this was it. So it went to the side look.
Yeah. He's missed the gate.
That's a big throw. Robin, come on, Robin.
This is your chance, Robin.
Yeah, Robin, this is the game. The field has really opened up here. This could be...
I don't want to say too much now because I just feel like I'm just...
This could get him in the first position.
Right. Oh,
no.
So he can do this one again.
Yeah, because it's a 1A and B. So the gate hasn't closed behind him yet. Brilliant. Oh, so close with that front axle again. They
Very
weren't there.
close.
The observers didn't call it, so...
No, look at that pinpoint. Not a nice edge. It's just a pin.
That's a shard. It's
yeah.
The shard.
The shard. 20 points for Robin now. So he's up there with... here we go. Okay, so this is
down.
A and B, so we can go
here we
again.
go.
This is like, so that's A, so he could go again.
But look, the tape stops. There we go.
Oh,
Robbie.
he's through.
He's
30
through.
points
He
for
will
Robin.
be chuffed with that.
He just wants to take a breather. So still 1 minute and 8 seconds to go.
That's good time for this. So, but the remainder of this is gate 4 is its own gate. So he'll get the points if he gets through that gate in front of him here. Doesn't quite look. He did a can. I think he
did. He just recovered because you can only have 1 foot down.
Yes, so he put one down and got the other one back up.
That was really clever.
Recovery. He's in. He's locked, so he's not going to get the points for it because unfortunately he did put the dab down. So, but that's the 4th gate now. He's on to gate 5A and B.
Now you can see the gate just in front of him on either side of this rock. Look at that. Those walls, as you were saying, Tom. These are real walls. They have to stay within this. Oh, he's done it.
Wow. Is that
was A
and B? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So now he's up
6.
to 6.
That's 6.
Flying through. 15 seconds to go.
Where did the dab? Well, the front actor was already out.
So
I
I think
that'll be 50.
I think he's getting
through.
50. They tried to keep up. He got one more dab. You can see 3 dabs in total.
Did his bars move? Look.
Oh my goodness! So at some point, look,
I think he dropped down on that final rock, his bars just went down.
His handlebars. So you can see
he's got the Jack Carthy angle going on there.
Plenty making sure he's going to do those bars up nice and tight. So what has happened?
That's
some
Charlie Rolls circa 2000 and.
So here we go. I don't know if it's this move here, but when he's flipped to go there, not that one. I think it's this one here.
When he gets off of
he drops down here.
No.
Is it the next one?
So many moves.
I know.
He comes back up the stack.
This one. Look, gaps to front, flicks there. And as he
inside.
drops down here, look, to 2. There. Drops down to 2 wheels.
That's why the foot went down, because that's going to be not a familiar feeling there. I think that was 50. We're going to have to get confirmation on that, but yeah.
Right, Borhak on House now has seen this to be a mighty, mighty section to really catch some of these riders out. So
yeah, I believe if he got 50 points in the first section, that means he's on 60 so far. So it's not a very good score so far for the Spaniard. Remember, this is the sort of person who the Spanish always like to be on the podium. So it's a different competition in that sense.
Yeah, he's coming from the ground now as well. Probably would have preferred to gap it, I'm sure. Just look at it, eye level, getting into that really hanging hook position. Oh, he just rolls out of it. That was so close. Almost had his body weight too far forward, but managed to just let go of the back brake, kind of let it slide right out. So gate number 3, 20 points for Borja so far. Just look at that tape, really.
Very speeding through. That's how Alejandro would have wanted to do it. Very surprising that Alejandro didn't make that gap. Yeah,
some of the Chile riders there in the background, travelled all the way from South America.
He's doing good for time, so we've still got a minute to complete the second half of the course.
Probably,
remember, this is gate 4, so if he can get through this, that puts him up to 40 points. I mean,
it's hard, isn't it?
Well, Robin didn't get the hanging hook, so maybe he didn't quite see what approach.
He's going to go for a dab.
Tactical dab.
He's got to go for a tactical.
So side up to. Yep.
Well, so yeah, he's
got to pass the bike backwards through that gate.
Yeah,
now.
See, so this is very tactical, but he has done it. That is impressive.
Yeah.
He's basically, for the audience there, he's jumped up to his foot to manoeuvre the bike through the gate using his dab or tactical penalty.
Yes.
Just flicking through. So far, so good. He's going to want to get 50.
Yeah, so
like
there's
Robin.
the 5B there. This is
That's
the 6th
40.
gate.
That's the 6th gate. So
Now that should be 50.
50 points.
I
Because
think
he's
he's
only,
happy with that,
Yeah. That's going to put him ahead and make up for the previous section where he was out quite early on. And you could see he was so disappointed. So great ride from...
Yeah, if it was 50 points in the first section, that should put him on 110 so far. Alejandro is then on 130 points. Robin potentially to be on 160 there. With Mr. Thomas Pekaka is on 100, Eloy Palau on 90, and Nilo in the 6th position.
You can just see from the drone shot there, Robin Bachatti just trying to stay warm, hopping on the rock in section number 3. These riders do have like a little warm-up section, so to speak, to stay warm. But in these finals, it looks like it's not exactly next door. So the riders will do everything they can to keep their bodies warm, to keep in the zone, to keep the focus. Nilo, his final thoughts onto section number 4, and off we go. Section 4 begins.
Yeah, so we've had a comment on there just saying about where is the scoreboard on this. We're returning to the live streaming here at the World Cups, the UCI live streaming here, and it used to be quite an ordeal to put this on. Lots and lots of people involved. Trials only quite a small sport, so it's great to be able to get the live streaming back, and it can be quite difficult to keep up with all the scoring as we go. So I'm doing my best here, and we should hopefully get some running scores throughout, but the pack will be decided later on.
Yeah.
Great one for Nilo so far. It's his best section so far.
Yes, so...
Really putting the power down and showing you what this man is capable of. Really speedy so far as well.
Yeah.
So
40 points and over a minute left to go, so
he's
good
done
pace.
4 AB. Now you have 5 ABC and 6 AB. What on earth is that obstacle?
Now, this is incredibly tough. Not only is it high, it's again super narrow gates. It's one of the most commented things I've put here on the gates of section 4. It says narrow gate, narrow gate. So, got to pin it to front wheel, swapping to back.
That was like overpinned.
That was really well done.
My word, he might actually be able to get a clean score here, which, based upon everyone's performance within the 3rd section, could bring him back up.
Right, you can see the gate now on the top of the rock ahead of him. Taped to the right-hand side, so he's got to stay straight. How is he going to approach this? To 2 wheels. Yep, into that hook. He's going to have to give it another go. 20 seconds left. He's got time. Take a breather. Right, he's gone for his 2nd attempt. This is... Oh, so close. So that'll be 6A. Yeah, it's going to be 50 points for Nilo. Not quite a clean sheet. Feels like he was just getting into his rhythm as well. Just getting into the rhythm, but unfortunately not a clean sweep there from Nilo. But 50 points, is a positive score. Now moving on to the first Spanish rider in section number 4 will be Eloy Palau up next. You can see a couple of highlights here from Nilo. Look, that swap.
There was the point there where, like, when the front wheel hits the edge, we call it a pin, where you literally are on the corner. You're not on top of the obstacle, you hit the corner. And you have to be so precise with it, because there's a point where you start levering forward, and you can almost go completely over the handlebars there. So it's just beyond that point, they just know when to switch and get themselves out of it.
Eloy Palau for Spain. He's raring, ready to go, waiting for the OK from the observers.
Yep, Eloy Palau is currently on 90 points here. So that sees him in the, I believe, around the 5th position currently.
And off we go. Eloy's in. So, gate number 1. Yeah, nicely done. Into a hook motion, swapping to back wheel, keeping that composure. Obviously the front to back as well. Riders are going to want to preserve energy for some of the slightly bigger moves whilst being efficient and fast. Because as we say, It's only 2 minutes. Look at that takeoff. Tape to the right-hand side. Jumping to front wheel, just keeping his pedal and bash from touching the rock. So that'll be 10 points for Eloy. On to the second gate with a 1 minute 20 left to go. Beautiful into hook, swapping up to back wheel, dropping down through the next gate, and that's another gate completed. Yeah, I know it says 0, but he's completed 2 gates. Right, we saw from Nilo, this is really high up. Look, it's eye level, gapping to front wheel. I'm going to have to swap out. How will he do it? Oh, he flows through, sort of like pushing the front wheel through, modulating the front wheel through the next gate, and that's another gate completed. I know there are gates being completed here. We're just waiting for the scores to update.
So 10 points.
And now another big gap. I feel like he's getting a bit of a run up for this. Like he's gonna. Is he look? Jump, bounce.
Yeah.
Oh, he's hooking the front.
He's in place.
Really well done.
Yeah, Robin saw that. Robin's there in section looking at that. Just making sure that everything he's come up with. He's out. What is the score there?
I think that's 60.
Yeah, I don't know.
I should be. I know that the score.
He looks a little bit dejected though, so I don't know if he managed to get 50 or 60 there. So.
Yeah, they're just catching up. Yeah, Sergio Longares there, his minder.
Another
and good
Spanish
friends.
rider, previous world champion.
Yeah, they've been through a lot together. Actually, also survived a World War II grenade together.
Yeah, at one of the previous World Cups, I believe they were hiking in there. Wasn't it Italy? I believe.
Yeah, somewhere like that. The story is on our full podcast with Eloy Palau on the Shindig. If you type that in on YouTube. So.
But in short, they came across an unexploded World War II grenade.
Yeah, basically didn't know what it was, and he picked it up and it blew up.
Yeah, and I think he actually had a proportion of his finger
there was a lot of surgery involved. So, Thomas Pethacker now for section number 4. He's doing really well in today's finals. So, how's he going to do for section 4? It's so powerful. He just side up to really getting the 2 wheels over that rock, not just on it, but over it. Bouncing into front wheel, flicking to the back wheel. That'll be 10 points. So 20 points so far for Thomas.
Yeah, so within this section, it's actually just gates 1, 2, and 3 don't have any sub-gates, and the sub-gates only start coming in from gate 4 onwards.
Didn't quite get the 3rd gate as he wanted, so he's now going to have to go again.
Yeah, we're going to try and get some provisional results up for you guys, so we're actually we're looking on the ground on that, because that's obviously quite important to where the standings of the riders are. Normally it's quite sequential, but with the anomaly of section 3, that's really changed how these are scoring.
It's got me really excited to find out the overall scores, but for now, let's see how Thomas gets on. So he's into the 3rd gate.
Nice.
Into that hook, foot swapping to back, gates A and B. It's another 10 points for Thomas.
Yeah, they had to go for the hook there. You might have seen a little rock on the ground, but it's got tape all the way around it, meaning that's kind of been deleted from the section. Big hop up. Sliding on through the same way that we saw Eloy go through. Very nice, Thomas.
Yeah, so he's halfway through with half the time gone. So this could be a great score for Thomas.
This has been one of the best finals of the World Cup we've seen for Thomas. He's got a potential to be on the podium here.
Right, let's see how he approaches this, getting into that hook as well, using every part of the rock. Look, he's going to have to go. Oh, he's over the tape. So there's tape to the right-hand side, and as he's jumped off, his back wheel has gone over that tape. So I think he scored at least 40, potentially 50. We're just waiting for those scores to be updated. So I know it's a tough job to keep up with that. So as we see here, a couple of highlights. Great hook control.
Yeah, it was a clean ride up until that point. That's gate 3A by the looks of it. So I think he was clean through there. So that's at least, I think, going to be in the 30 points. But yeah, we'll keep updated there. So, Mr. Alejandro Montalvo coming into this section. We know that he's on 130 points so far. How many more can he bag here? Bit of an anomaly in the third section there, only bagging himself 20 points. That is a bit of a mistake there, and yeah, obviously he had a bit of a blunder in the first section as well with that little technical side up pipe. So all of our riders will want to try and grab maximum points here.
Yeah, the 20 inches is also always very, very close. Let's see it now. Alejandro, section 4. So he's going to that hook, swapping to back wheel, dropping through. 10 points. So now onto the second gate. Another 10 points. That was so casual.
Manifesto style, no little pre-hops, bounces, adjustments. It's just, yeah, I know where I need to be.
Yep.
Switch through.
And then again, from taking off that same rock, he's got to jump up to that one. So not quite the first time. Goes for a second attempt for the preparation. Look at that rock and the angle. Holds it together and gets through. So that'll be 30 points. Now this one has an A and B.
Yeah, from this point into the section, so it can be 4A, B. Oh, the bash plate goes down.
No! So what happened there? Didn't quite get his body weight up enough for the back wheel to get
went down to bash, but his body weight then fell backwards, and then that just grips the rock.
Yeah, he did jump back with the bike, but the front wheel, he hit the front wheel as he came down, which it just completely threw him off, which meant he landed on his feet. You know, usually he would be able to get out of those and go again. So you can just see using all of that rock, switching through.
Robin Pachatti. Now, he is potentially on a very, very good score here. From my notes that I've got, he is on Alejandro's current score, which for the world champion to be on such a low score, it's difficult.
Yeah, this is just, it's really opening up the door for some of these other riders to come up on top. So let's see how Robin does. That's gate 1 and gate 2. Now to the third gate. See, that takeoff is incredibly difficult, but makes it through. Keeps the composure. Onto the next gate. So 1 minute 30 left, and he's about halfway through. Oh, beautiful hook up to rear there from Robin, and then going to the very, very difficult narrow gates at the top of that rock. How will he do this? Will he pin it? Yeah, pinned it.
Very nice. Yeah, everyone else kind of switching through to 2 there. That's just Robin showing you how much power and prowess he has.
Rolling up to front.
That's
beautiful.
Look, again, the shoulder height of the observer. You're talking, it's like about, it must be nearly 5 foot tall.
Yeah, you can see the next gate at the very top of that rock there. So, oh, and he's gonna only take 50 points.
Well, we say only, but that might be. He's looking
to be fair, yeah,
he's the most consistent scorer so far.
50 is not a bad score.
No, well, it's the consistency, isn't it? It's if you can get, you know, your 40s, your 50 consistently throughout. You know, Borja got a 10 in section 2. Alejandro getting 20 in section 3. Thomas, you know, with a 0 in section 3. So really quite all over the place here. And he's been the most consistent rider in terms of the score. So we could see his first ever World Cup win here.
Yeah,
They're keeping quiet, I think.
Yeah. I was just going to go,
yeah.
nothing.
Ale Robin is what the comments say. Borja Canecos, can he come back from that 10-point well from section 2? Come on.
Yeah, he's going to be really frustrated with himself now. But let's see if he's going to make up for those mistakes. As we say, left-footed rider, Borja here. Left foot forward, different from every other rider. And yeah. I've only just realised that is the case in today's finals.
I think all the best riders are left foot forward.
I actually think they're all right foot forward. Of course we're going to say that. So Borja Canecos now 20 points, 135 left, looking nicely composed. with this awful, scary takeoff.
Yep. If he gets through this one, that will land him the 30 points. Oh no!
You're
What
joking.
on earth?
This is crazy.
This is the weirdest scoring I've seen of any World Cup in
Look at his
quite
face.
some time.
He's so disappointed.
The
We're looking at each other like, wait,
I'm
what?
looking at these numbers and I'm seeing quite good scoring from Thomas, Alejandro, and Borja, like the champions, are making the mistakes. And I don't know what to say. This is not the usual format of a World Cup.
I'm just waiting for the final. I need a. Oh.
We're getting there. Don't worry. But let's look at his rides so far.
Yeah, so here we are, moving on to the final section. He only got 30 points there. So how is this going to affect the overall scores? One section left, one run for each rider, 60 points up for grabs.
And it could all come down to this section 5 here. Yeah.
Everything can. You can't really say anything until the final section is over. So, come on. We're just waiting to see. I think Nilo's looking for his final walkthrough here. Wonderful shots of Krynica in Poland there. Lovely little train there as well. Looks like from tourists to go and admire some of the town. Yeah,
wonderful setup from the organisers here. It's the same organiser that we had in Wadowice, Poland last year as well.
Which was our first ever World Cup stream, actually, Tom, wasn't it? A year ago.
Yeah, and it's ensuring that the sport of trials just gets seen to
exactly
as many people as possible.
So, and here we are. Nilo kicking us off with the 5th and final section.
Using that curve. That almost feels a bit streety, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that. I like that they're using the curve. Anything goes in that section.
Yeah.
Anything goes. So, onto the second gate.
Doesn't look like he got he got a dab somewhere there, but...
Well, how can you get a dab and get a point? Okay, anyway,
yeah.
Moving on. We'll keep going. Section number...
you didn't get the points for the first gate, and you got a 2A, 2B here. So, yeah, no points in the first gate so far.
I think, he must have hit his crank or something. So that's why he's got a 0. And his time is... Okay.
Come on, Nilo.
Come on, Nilo. Look at this. I hope the crowd need to really get behind him. Look at that turnout there. It's fantastic.
The disadvantage that Nilo's got, I believe, because of his overall ranking. What on earth?
They're giving him a 5 for that.
No, I would give him
that's
points. Like, look at what's he done there?
That was it through. I think that was through. Let us know in the comments what you think. He's definitely not too.
Yeah.
Again,
so why would he do that move? What's going on there, man? What's he
well,
trying to do?
essentially, he'd lost his balance, right? So he's in midair. He spun to get the bike, the axles through the gate, even if he's going to fall.
It's the axles. Yep.
Yeah. So even if, let's say, if the axles got through.
Here's the shot. Come on. I think
that's
that was
it.
Through. Unless there's tape on the other side.
Did he? Yeah, maybe there is, but
unfortunately,
that's why they don't let us be observers, Tom.
That's going to be a 0 score then, if that's
it. Will be.
Yeah.
So hard one to beat, I'm sure. No, that's really unfortunate for Nilo there. So Eloy Palau now will be the second rider for section number 5. Again, and he's in. And here we go, swapping through to gate A. 1A completed. And there's a 1B as well, just to get those 10 points. Okay, 10 points now for Eloy. Now, this is what caught out Nilo earlier on. So how is Eloy going to attack this? As he gets... Right, so gaps into the static hook motion. Flicks up to 2. Oh, just... Yeah, observers giving the nod. He made it through. So, be 1 minute 30 left for Eloy. 20 points total. This will be for another 10 points. Front to back. Beautifully done. That was easy for Eloy. That was a nice, easy 10-pointer. So, he's halfway through now with 1 minute 15 to go. It's a good start from Eloy. Gate 4A, flicking through to back wheel, dropping down to B. That's another 10 points there for Eloy. So 40 so far. You can see another rider now using the curb, which is quite nice. It's like a little street element. And look at that razor sharp gate. Where his front wheel is, as he puts, where his front wheel lands, that's where he has to put his back. There's no other way through that. No other way. Oh no. He's just needs to get the back axle through. There we go, and gaps. Oh! Did he? So that was a tough one because there's an A and B of that. So he got through, put the foot down. Nah, that's 40 points. So he doesn't get the points for that gate there. 40 points for Eloy.
Yes, we've got some provisional scoring coming up there. So that leaves Eloy provisionally on a score of 200 for that whole competition. Nilo has finished on 90. And I'll keep you updated with the other scores as they come on through. Provisionally, of course, until we see that final scoreboard at the end that the UCI are going to confirm that. Yeah, he'll be upset they didn't get the full points, but he might still be able to get himself a podium place. It is all to play for.
Thomas Pekaka from Austria.
Provisionally, he's on 150 points. So he got 50 points in the first section, second section. Third was the blunder, and he put 0 points. In the fourth section, 50. So it could have been quite consistent had he not made that mistake. Let's see what he can do here if he's got enough to be able to push him into that podium zone.
Yeah, and he's looking nice and composed, and he's going to want to make up for the previous mistakes in the other section. Gone for the gap. Oh, wow. So he went, yeah, he gapped from that rock. Really, really nice technique. That's going to save him time. Now, this one's quite a large gap, but probably not for Thomas. Let's see. Is he going to pin it?
I think it's pinned the front of it.
Oh, yeah,
the
it
bash
goes.
went down, though.
I did it.
Yeah,
I think they've seen it.
Yeah.
I think they saw it. Yeah, there we go. So there's a penalty there for that one because he hit his bash plate, which is basically the underside of his cranks.
Yeah, just by the bottom bracket there.
Look at the height of that. The observers are looking up. So he's going to take another run at it. So he's going to get a full pedal in. Well, it was 1.5 pedals in, actually.
Just looking for the grip there. You want either the front wheel to hook on some sort of knobble there or the rear wheel. But you can just see that where the bike is just squirming a little bit there, it's just not finding any grip there.
Oh,
that's grip.
Just got it. He's there. Nice, Thomas.
Great
really
work,
well
Thomas.
done.
Yeah.
That'll be 10 points for that one. So that was an A and B. And he's just dropped through the B. So now on to gate number 4. See the nice little bit of grass. So there's 2 points. So the first gate is just in front of his front wheel there. So that'll be, I was going to French it. No, up to back wheel.
No!
Oh, watch the face, Thomas. Oh, my goodness. And he's still smiling, laughing. What a fantastic effort for Thomas the Tank Pekaka.
Yeah, so provisionally that puts him on 180 points for his entire ride in this World Cup. So just to give you a bit of an update here, that is currently based upon the points of everyone else. He is within the 3rd position here. So it all depends on how Alejandro and Borja do within their runs as to whether he keeps that 3rd position.
Oh, that was an awesome slow-mo there. You see a back wheel just sliding through that gate, and then here, big swap to back wheel, dropping into the other gate. There we go. Fantastic ride from Thomas Pekak, and you see that bail back wheel not quite on the obstacle enough, puts the pressure down. Is his brother Alex there?
Yeah, just to keep you on the edge
him.
of your seats, we've got 3 more riders to go. Alejandro is on 160 points. Robin Pachatti will be going afterwards. He's provisionally on 210 points, and Borja is on 140. So currently, first place is Robin on 210. Second place is Aloy, 200, but he's already taken his go. And Thomas is on 180 in the 3rd position.
So let's see it. Alejandro, section 5. Off we go. So that was gate 1, 10 points.
Yeah, 2A and then to 2B here.
2B's at the top of this now. Holding it on the front wheel. Little pause.
Probably looked around at the crowd, gave him a little wink and said, hey,
Did I
that's
leave
the
the
rainbow
kettle on?
jersey here.
Yeah, look at that. So 20 points for Alejandro.
He's going to want to bag maximum points, though, to ensure he has a good standing against Robin, though. Remember, Robin's on 210 points.
All right, a big gap up here. How will he do it? Pins it, swaps to back wheel. Seen a couple of different techniques with that one. Next gate on, he's got it. You can just see at the top of the rock that yellow little flag. He's going to hook that front wheel just look, using all of that gate.
Much quicker than what we saw Thomas do it. He's got a good chance of getting through this now because he's over halfway through the section, 40 points, and he's still got just under a minute left. This is going to be the score that he's going to need to get.
So this is 5A now.
So he's currently tied with Aloy's position now. So
Got to get, swapping the back wheel on that edge. Oh, it is literally a point. It's like a needle. Or is he going to go to 2 somehow? Straight to it, gapping.
Wow. The sideways on the gap.
He's mid-air
Wow.
turning. Oh, it's still to 25 seconds to go. 1 gate left for him. Look at just at the top of that.
Yeah, so that has knocked Aloy down to the 3rd position. He's provisionally now in the 2nd position of Alejandro. So
Got to get in position on that takeoff. Oh, wow.
wow.
I think that will be
Has he got time for the 60? I think that is 60.
60 points for Alejandro.
So he finishes the competition provisionally. I say provisionally because we're just adding these up as we go, and we will get the full confirmation with 220 points. Currently race leader, but we still have Robin, who's on 210 points. He's going to be going next, and then we have Borja Canecos. So, provided my basic maths is correct, so long as Robin bags himself 20 points, he will get his first ever.
I'm stopping myself.
I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it.
I know I'm looking at you.
I want this for him.
I'm just no comment. And I know if Andre's watching too, what he's thinking. So a shout out to him.
Yeah, we want more nationalities to come in and disrupt this formidable Spanish podium. But you can see why it's always been a Spanish podium, because look at that incredible ride that Alejandro had in that section. Knife point edge, that turn.
Oh, so nice.
That last little flick and turn. How you have that much bike control in midair, I do not know.
It's pure reaction as well, isn't it? You know, you just like, as he's going, taking off, he's turning midair just to ensure both those axles perfectly go through the gate. So let's have
Robin
Our fifth.
Pajati, the French favourites. We've seen him come up and up through the ranks as the years go by, just getting more powerful, more controlled, and recently in World Cups, making it into qualifiers and giving spectators a wonderful show. He knows he's just got to be careful in these first few gates. He knows he's got a good score ahead of him. Come on, Robin.
So good start so far.
That will be
for
the 10
Robin.
points there. So 2A, 2B.
Yeah, 10 points.
Right, now he's got to get this B gate, and that will put him on to 20 points. That will make him into race leader, so don't put a pedal here, Robin.
Oh, yeah, he's
Come
close. He's so close. He's like that tippy toe. Is he going to switch to back or just get the back wheel up there?
Just fighting for grip there. No! He's got the 5 there. What happened there? Did he go back over that tape? I think he went over that tape. No. I think that's what he was doing.
And he only needed that gate.
Oh, did I commentator curse it? I don't know.
No, I know.
Well, right, you'll be pleased to know that he's on 220 points, which is tied with Alejandro, but we believe that Robin may have had more 50s. We will get the full results. This is very, very tight, folks.
This is tense for us.
He may still have won this. On the ground are going to be confirming this. It's going to be as unknown on the ground as it is to us here. So we will get this. I think that might be...
I see the crowd cheering. Eloy is going over and congratulating Robin. I hope there's something they don't know that we don't.
Yeah.
But let's move on to Borja Canecos, our final rider in today's 20-inch elite final.
Yeah, on 140 points, so he's not got it in him to be able to take the first place, but he may be able to bag a 3rd place if he can catch up to Aloy's score.
Beautiful start from Borja, just rolling through the first gate, 10 points. And then A to B at the top. He's taking a gap from a different approach like Thomas did. Look, he's going to have to turn.
Wow. I think Robin might be kicking himself if he saw that, but it might not all be lost. I think, yeah, I can't wait to see that scoreboard. You're going to have to just stay tuned here, folks.
Borja's looking really composed right now as well. Just looking nice and relaxed, really controlled. Pinning that front. Ooh.
The control to go backwards
he just
and not go out of that tape.
Yeah, he had to be so careful. So he's going to take another run. He just took a little loop round. Here we go. So he's going to take a bounce, I think. Here we go. Look, bouncing in. Did he go over the rock? Did he just
delete the rock entirely?
He completely hucked over it. Just deleted it. It's like a glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Look!
Wow! No!
Wow, that was so good.
Wow.
He actually went through the rock. He didn't.
No, that is outrageous.
Interesting technique. You thought that would have made it so much harder, but
he's locked in. He got it first time. Yeah.
There we go. Another 10 points.
Can he get the 60? If he does, then that might knock Aloy. If he gets a full 60 here, that will knock Aloy out of the third position. He will still get himself onto the podium there.
So incredibly thin, turning, gapping,
putting
it through.
He did it even better than Alejandro. I don't know how anyone managed that.
Those two do ride together quite a bit, so I'm sure they'll be both. Look at that takeoff as well. And that's
huge.
He's been struggling to pin to front in this, as you say. I think he's out of time. 50
Not
points.
enough. We will get that all confirmed, but yeah, that should leave him on 190 points. So my adding up here then says that Robin Bacciatti, because of the more 50s, is 220 points, potentially our race leader. I think they're all working out between themselves.
Yeah, look, even the riders are like, wait,
Alejandro's
where
like,
am I?
Was it me or was it Robin?
Did I win? Did you win? We're just a couple of the...
Yeah, we're hearing the observe on the ground there saying we're waiting because, of course, we're going to have a commentary moment with the winner, but they've got to actually add up and confirm all this. So, like I say, I believe
that's how close it is.
Yeah, so I think it's Robin and Alejandro who've got the tie, with Borja potentially in the... No, sorry, Aloy in the third place there, but they're just going to confirm.
So, looks like he's pulling Alejandro over to the step and repeat there.
Oh, wow, okay.
That would mean that our winner... Yep. We will be heading to... There's your winner, Alejandro Montalvo.
Incredible. Wow.
What a comeback.
Matt, he got 20 points in section 3. That is a comeback. You know, Robin was so consistent throughout, but it all came down to that last section. I think we're going to get a few words from Alejandro Montalvo in a moment. I mean, from his ride within the semi-finals, he had a bit of a confidence knock in the semi-finals, of course. He was in the third position on the semi-finals, so not in his usual advantageous point of that move. It caught Borja out. He was the only one to get that section clean. What a ride. That was where this competition was made.
What a great race for the 20-inch men's elite. So close. It was back and forth. Who was ahead? Who was winner? That was crazy. So let's go and hear from the winner himself.
Alejandro, again on the top of the podium of the World Cup. How do you feel today?
To be honest, I'm very happy. I'm really happy with my riding today in the final. I do some silly mistake. Anyway, I was riding good. I feel good. I like it, the session. I do some really good one. Last session was very nice. Yeah, so this is trial. Sometimes you rode pretty well and don't win, and today I didn't feel perfect. But anyway, I take the win, so happy for that.
Today, did you feel unstoppable today, or more like survival mode?
Yeah, I think it was like a bit like that, no? I start well. I was third on the semi-final, so it was a bit different for me. I always be on the top on the semi-final, so today it was different. Anyway, I do well. Like I do some silly mistake on session 3 and session 4, but I keep motivated and I try to do the last one as much possible as possible, and I do well. Yeah.
Okay. Who were you secretly watching on the ranking during the final?
Sorry?
Who were you secretly watching? The riders who were watching?
To be honest, being on the position I was, third on semi-final, I couldn't see the last rider, Borja and Robin, so I just focus on my riding, try to do as much as possible points as I do, and yeah, this was my plan for today.
Good. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
True champion there. I mean, he just knew that he had to focus on his riding. Robin and Borja qualifying ahead of him. He knew what he had to do. And that race, I've just gone back over the scores. I believe, yeah, it was that last one, that last section. Because he got the clean, he got 2 cleans where Robin only got the 1 clean.
And that was why he got ahead. And there was a part there where Danny sort of asked, were you in survival mode? Which is a little bit how Alejandro's mentioning. So here we are. Here are the final scores. So first position, Alejandro Montalvo on 220. Robin Pachatti on the same score, however, got one less 60, and Eloy Palau there. So Robin in a fine Spanish sandwich.
What an incredible race, though. Just 40 points separated 5th place to 1st place.
And there we have our top 3 riders again. I know Robin's probably kicking himself thinking, actually.
Well, if we could have seen a 1st, 2nd, 3rd place going throughout that would have been moving around so much.
Yeah.
At one point, Thomas was in the lead, or it had a very good chance of being on the podium. Wow.
It was a really, really good ride and very, very close.
But the fun and excitement does not end there, because we are going to be going to the Men's Elite 26-inch. Now, that's going to be taking place at 20 past 3 UK time. So in just under 20 minutes' time, you're going to be going over to the UCI YouTube channel. There's going to be another stream set up specifically for the Men's Elite 26, where we're going to get those battling out in this World Cup.
So we'll leave you with some lovely highlights here, and we will be back very soon with the 26-inch.
Thanks. See you soon.